Hello friends, and welcome to another Crypto Stacker video. My name is Dean. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for being here. I appreciate you stopping by. If you like the content or the project, please like and subscribe so you get updates whenever I drop new videos, which I do almost every single day. Again, today's topic is Terrarium. Terrarium is an official sponsor of the Crypto Stacker channel. I'm very appreciative to have them on board. Their contributions to the channel make it so that I can keep the content free and open to everybody. So much appreciated. Today, we're going to take a dive into what Terrarium is and show you some great resources where you can do your own research. And I'll give you a look at what the first week since the initial coin offering has looked like from a performance standpoint. We'll just start right here with the Gecko chart. So here you see in the first 7 days, it looks nice. It's a nice, slow, steady climb, which is great to see. We don't want a pump and dump type chart where it just skyrockets and then just crashes down to nothing. And the spreadsheet looks a lot like this all the way across the board, from how many holders there are to what the market cap looks like to the volume. And I'll be showing you that here shortly. But the exciting news for people who are early investors is in the first 7 days, the project is up about 76%, which is great in terms of investments. Now, it should be said, and I'll just get it out of the way right now, things that can go up 76% in a week can go down 76% in a week. Cryptocurrency, by its very nature, can be very volatile. This is a brand new project. We know very little about the development team, though I have had some great interactions with them. But you should really be careful and only invest what you can afford to lose. Cryptocurrencies can be risky investments. Just be forewarned, do your own research, and make decisions that are appropriate for you in your investment situation currently. Let's jump in and look at some fundamentals for Terrarium. Terrarium launched 8 days ago, and at launch had almost 1,700 holders. They did do a pre-sale event, and then their ICO, or initial coin offering, was very successful. The last week has brought almost twice that number of people to the project, currently 3,246 holders. The market cap has also been on a nice steady growth. It did pull back as people took profits after the launch, but leveled off at about 53 million and has since climbed to about double that position, it's currently sitting at 108 million. The price for the project is currently 8022, and the volume, again, looking good here, steadily improving over the last several days, today cresting $1 million in volume. Now, in early projects where the prices are relatively low, the burn and the reflections can really start adding up in a hurry. So in the first 8 days, this project has burned 66%, or 2/3 of 1% of its initial coin supply. The initial coin supply was 100 quadrillion tokens. Half of those were burned at launch, so there's 50 quadrillion remaining. And now, in the first 8 days, we've burned 2/3 of 1 quadrillion. So that's moving along very nicely, and will slow down and level off as the project gets bigger and bigger and bigger, unless the volume can keep pace with the price appreciation. So it'll be something fun to watch. I'll be keeping it on a spreadsheet for you, and we'll keep you updated regularly. Total tokens burned, it's going to be 660 trillion tokens in the first 8 days, which is pretty darn amazing. All right, so what is Terrarium? Terrarium, if you were to pull their official website, which is terrarium.com, Terrarium.com, I will post a link in today's show notes. But Terrarium is both a coin and will be a centralized exchange. The project actually started as a centralized exchange, and it wasn't until after they were pretty well down the road in development of the exchange that they decided to launch the token. So the token is a smaller project. It was easier to get it done. Here it is, and it will be the native token for the Terrarium exchange. Very exciting stuff. The first thing I would point you to on the Terrarium website is the white paper. So scrolling down just a little bit, you'll see a link to a document where you can read all about Terrarium. What's the roadmap? What's the plan? How many coins were minted? What do the internal fees look like? It's all in that white paper. And as we go through these terrarium videos, I'll give you a little bit more and more information off the website, but you can find out more about the development team here. You can read up about the roadmap and what the plans are for the future. Again, we will be talking about them as time goes on, but the website is a great place to start. The next place I would point you to is out to Twitter, where you can meet the team. So I will post links in the show notes today to the two lead developers for this program. One, Dr. Ramana, and the other is Milton John. Milton is the CEO of the project, and this currently is his Twitter feed. So Milton dropped a couple of interesting bits of information today. First one being that the first coin listing for Terrarium took place and actually went live today. The first coin listing was on CoinTiger. CoinTiger is a centralized exchange out of Singapore that has just over 1 million users. So not a bad place to start. Also, Milton just dropped a bomb here about an hour ago, and today is March the 1st, about 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So just recently here, he says top 15 exchanges incoming for Terrarium, 1 down, 14 to go. Official announcements will be made by the exchange in a couple days. So it looks like we can look forward to another listing. Now, why are these listings important? Because you could already go out and purchase Terrarium on Uniswap through a decentralized exchange with a DeFi wallet. Well, the more exposure the token has, the more people it's in front of, the more potential buyers there are, and it just accelerates the ability for the project to grow, the community to grow, and for price appreciation for those of us who are investing in the project, which I am. I'm invested in the project. I don't know if I dropped that earlier, but I have purchased half an Ethereum of Terrarium in the pre-sale just prior to the initial coin offering. So big things coming. Again, I'm going to leave links in the show notes today for the two lead developers, so you can follow them on Twitter and see day to day how they interact with the community. All right. The last thing I want to do today is just give you a quick look at how their reflections are working. Now, when Terrarium launched, the contract is not renounced, so the development team has the ability to go in and interact with the contract. And initially, when they launched the coin, they ratcheted up the internal fees, the taxes, to 17%. The idea behind that was to prevent bot activity from rapidly moving in and out of the project and essentially just front running other people's trades. Okay, so today, Milton announced that with this exchange listing, the taxes went back down to normal where the white paper had them set at, which was at 9%. So it's actually less expensive to buy Terrarium in terms of how many coins you're getting for your money this afternoon than it was this morning, in spite of a little price appreciation. So he does say, we have multiple listings coming soon. We are reverting the default tokenomics to 9% to accommodate the exchange listings. So some exciting stuff there. Back to the reflections. So how, again, this works is anytime somebody buys or sells Terrarium, there's a tax withheld. It was 17%, now 9%. 3% of that 9% tax gets distributed back to the holders of Terrarium. So in the first 8 days, I've received 7,600,000,000 in reflections. And at the current prices, that's worth about $16. So I'm off to a really good start. Of course, as you can imagine, as the price appreciates, the rewards tokens, along with everything else, becomes more and more valuable over time. So exciting stuff. Friends, I appreciate Terrarium as an official sponsor of the channel. We'll be bringing you more content, more AMAs and interviews. It's an exciting time for this project. If you've got things you'd like me to discuss about the project or questions you'd like me to ask of the development team, please post them in today's comments and I'll take a look at them and see what I can do. Friends, I hope you're having an amazing night. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to seeing you soon on another episode of Crypto Stacker.